Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ima Milgo. How is everyone doing? How was the Valentine? Hope everyone had a great time. I hope so. Anyway, for us here, we didn't do much because here in South Korea we were like 2.5 social distance levels, so more than 5 people could not gather at a time. So we're just at home relaxing, nothing much. But Valentine, no, they finish. By the grace of God, we'll still have like many more Valentines to enjoy with our loved ones. By its precious grace of God, I think we are going to have a lot more Valentines to celebrate. So nothing spoiled yet. Um, Fun fact about the Valentine in Korea. Do you know that in Korea, on Valentine's Day, like 14th of February, it is the girl that is supposed to buy all the stuff for the boy. Like really, the girls or the ladies have to buy gifts for their men on Valentine's Day. Then 1 month later, on March 14th, is called White Day, and on White Day, it's then the turn of the guys to buy things for the girls. Like it's just upside down here. But I don't do that. I do the regular Valentine style. Okay, so recently most of my acquaintances, friends have been calling like, girl, what's up? How is life there in South Korea? Is it somewhere that someone could come and live and succeed? Like, what's up? What's going on there? So I just felt like I should do this video to answer everyone's question, and at the same time, like, give more information about living here in South Korea as a Black person, and not just as a Black person, but as an African Black person, if you know what I mean. Okay. So, first of all, number one, if you're coming here as a tourist, I will highly recommend it. Like, South Korea is like a very beautiful country. Beautiful. There are very beautiful islands around. There are a lot of places you can go around and look around. Like, it's beautiful. It's like a really, really beautiful place. Like, no jokes. It's a really nice place. If you're coming here as a tourist, you can just book like an Asian tour, and South Korea should be like one of the places that you want to come and visit. If you're going like in an Asian tour, it should be on your list. I will highly recommend it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you want to come here as a student, which is how I came here as a student. By the way, this video is just my experiences and maybe the experiences of other people that I've talked to, other Black students, African students that I've talked to, and other Africans living here. So it's just my opinion. You can go online and do your own research and decide for yourself what you want to do. So if you're coming here as a student, number one, I would say have the money to pay for your school fees. Like, your parents or your spouse or someone should just be there that will help you pay for your school fees and your living expenses here in Korea. The reason is that even though like 3 years ago, they permitted for international students to work part-time. But the thing is, even with that part-time permit, because of this color of your skin, most people will not hire you. And also the language barrier, like, mostly because of the color of your skin, because even some other people that do not speak the language, they might just hire them for like some regular jobs or something. But because of this color of your skin, they might not, most of them, not all of them, but majority of them will not hire you. Okay, so I'm like one of the blessed one that had the opportunity to like have someone, like, you have to prove yourself, because like there is a hierarchy here. There are the white people, then there are other Asians, then they are blacks. Then in that black category, they are like the African Americans, and then they are the Africans are at the bottom of that hierarchy. So your probability of getting something is like really, really low. So you should have money. If you're coming here to study, you should have the money. Don't think like, okay, if since they have like a I can do like a part-time job, I can work and pay. um I don't think that is going to work for you. It's going to be really, really, really hard for you. And also, number two, the structure of their universities are really nice, like facilities, available facilities, top notch. But the way of education, I don't know, this is just for me. Like there's, you know how we respect back home in Africa, like there's respect, auntie, uncle, yeah, but at least back home there's a way that maybe an older person might talk to you and you'll be like, ah, I that one is really not flying well with me, like you can talk back. But here is kind of a suppressive seniority rank, like someone that is your senior, you cannot really like talk back, you're just supposed to accept everything, you're supposed to grab everything. So that's how the education was like for me. Like um not all my lectures, but for those professors that were born in Korea, went to school in Korea, started lecturing in Korea, they haven't really traveled outside, or they didn't school outside of Korea, or they have not lectured outside of Korea. It was just like you are expected to just take everything that they are saying, not really asking more because there's a way like you ask questions is seen as being disrespectful to that person, if you know what I mean. But not all of them though, because I had like two professors that studied abroad. Their classes were really fun. They would really encourage us to ask questions. Like it was an interactive class, like it should be. But if it's your style, oh fine, then that's, I feel like that's the way things work here. And number three, you might be the only black in so many places in school. Like you might be the only, I was the only black person in my departments for most of my classes, except for one, that there were like two Cameroonian boys and then me. But for the rest of the classes, I was the only black person in the rest of the classes. And then you might not have that university like campus feel, like you can make friends. No, 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 no. Koreans are kind of shy, so if they just see you, they just assume you're going to speak in English for to them, and they are like, I don't understand English, so I don't even want to talk to you, you know. So there is that. And even though your courses, like for me, my courses were in English, I had just one lecture that was in full Korean, but the textbook I was using was in English. So even though your courses might be in English, which is very rare, I think it's only for master's courses. For undergraduate courses, like everything is in Korean. So you have to really study Korean first before you'll be able to get admission to get an undergraduate course. But for the master course, there are some English courses that you could read. Like mine was English. Like I said, I had just one course in Korean, and then the rest. But my textbook was in English, so it was okay. But the thing is, before you graduate, you will be expected to pass a topic, Korean English proficiency test level 2 before you graduate, even if all your courses were in English. That one I'm going to like make a separate video for that one, because it let's just leave that one. So just have it in mind that before you graduate, even if all your courses were in English, you'll be expected to write a Korean proficiency test level 2. Okay, there is also after you graduate, you might be able to have like extra 2 years to like a 2 years work visa also. Even though you have that, nobody's employing you. This one. And also language barrier. Less of language barrier, more of this one. You're at the bottom of the hierarchy, like I said. So they just assume, they see all these adverts of children starving and flies perching on them all over their TV stations. That is regular every time. So that is the image they have of you as an African. So they really do not want anything to do with you. Like their society, it does not process, like, no. So still, you might use that 2 years searching and searching, nothing is coming forth. And then number two, because of the language barrier, you might not see anything. Also, if you're coming here, number three, if you're coming here to maybe just stay, migrate, and live here like a permanent resident, I think it's very, very hard. You might not even have that chance. But I would advise against it. It's not, the laws here are not made for everyone. They are made for Koreans and Koreans alone. And even if there are legislatures that might benefit a foreigner, it is still that hierarchy. White people, and then other Asians, and then the Black Americans, and then we Africans are like the bottom of the hierarchy. That's okay. So I'll really highly advise against it. But general racism, I find it more like in young children, like children of school age. Some of that was before, though it's beginning to really reduce now. I had people come up to me the first time and would go like this and look like, is this dirt? Is it, does it come out like, okay? So I also, people, you sit down in a bus and people don't want to sit next to you, they will rather stand. Me, I have like this positive feel. People, like some of my friends who complain like, what's that like? But me, I'm like, it's more space for me now. If they don't want to sit, let them stand. But that is actually reducing now. I think I haven't taken a pause for a very long time, but like the last time I took, but that was last year, I think people are now more enlightened, you understand? And then taxis, like as a Black person, they will pick everyone else unless there is nobody to pick before a taxi can pick you up. Like, yeah, so you are at that bottom of that hierarchy. So they'll probably pick everyone else before they pick you up. I've heard stories of Black people not being allowed into some restaurants. I personally, let me say the truth, have not experienced that. I've not experienced that. I've never gone to any restaurants and they're like, no, you can't enter. But I've heard stories of some tourist Black people that were not allowed to enter into some restaurants. Clubs, yeah, clubs. Most clubs will not allow you as a Black person into their clubs. So if you're, I'm not really a clubbing person, but if you're someone who likes going to club, most clubs will not, unless probably you look for like an African club or like an international club to go. But like basic Korean clubs will not allow a Black person in. So I'm just going to put it out there for the people. They are just like generally every country. Some of them are really, really nice. I've met some really, really good people here, and some of them are really, really mean, and some of them are racist. Some of them are not. I don't want to put everyone in the same box and just say all of them are racist or all of them are wicked. No, I've met some really, really amazing, nice people here in Korea. So I just feel like if it's, I'm just telling you what my experience is, but if you feel like, also, how are you staying there, or I will come and check it out for my, oh, by all means, please apply for visa and come here and see it for yourself. But these are my experiences. If you ask me, I would say it's not a good choice for you as a Black person. I know that there's racism in every country, but theirs is like, I don't know. I don't know. But in the other hand, there are really some nice people here that you can hang out with. Most of those people are people who are open-minded, or they've traveled, or they watch of a lot of international movies, and they see like a different side of Africa, or you've been with them for a long period of time and you've proven yourself to be um above what they think or the stereotype about being an African, and they've really seen your value, then they begin to like maybe work with you or want to sit down to discuss with you. So that's just my, these are just my opinions. So if it's left for you, if it's something that you want to do, then by all means please go ahead and apply for that visa, and I wish you all the best. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Until there are a lot of, you can click up here, there's the IMA power list, so please click there and watch all the videos. Also please subscribe to this channel and like and share. New videos are up every Tuesdays. Okay, so until next time, please tell a brother to tell a sister to tell a friend to subscribe to this channel. Okay, thank you, bye bye, see you in the next one.